Hi, everyone, and welcome to Believe It or Not Trivia. I am your host, Miss Laura, here at the Palos Heights Public Library. So this trivia tonight is a kid-friendly trivia from the books, trivia found in the books Believe It or Not by Ripley's and Weird But True by National Geographic. Each slide, you will get 30 seconds to answer each question, and then we'll move on to the next question. There is a template to download. If you would like to follow along, you can print out that template that I attached to the video description, and you can keep track of your answers then. If you do have a different way, you could also do like a buzz option. If you have some buzzers that you want to use, it's completely up to you. This guided PowerPoint will continue to change every 30 seconds. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. And if you want to mute me altogether and be your own host, that is an option as well. All right, guys, we're gonna get started with round one. Each round will have 5 questions, and there will be 30 seconds to answer each question unless you pause for more time. Following the round, you will get the answers for that round, keep track of how many you get right, and then finally the total at the end will determine the winner. If you have the buzz in, then you will do it with a buzz in, and first person who guesses correctly will be the winner for that trivia question. Okay, so our first question is coming up real soon. It is, what is the most popular toothbrush color? Orange, yellow, blue, or pink? Write down the letter of the answer that you think is correct on the paper, if you are using the paper. All right, here's our next question. The character of Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane, but originally he was supposed to be what type of dog? A sheepdog, a golden retriever, a pit bull, or a German shepherd? Next question. Which dinosaur is the biggest meat eater that ever lived? The Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Spinosaurus, the Brachiosaurus, or the Stegosaurus? Next question. A man in China holds the record for the longest hair. How long is his hair? How long do you think it is? 12 inches, 100 feet, 10 feet, or 18.5 feet? 18.5 feet. How long is your hair? Probably not as long as this man from China. And our next question. It is against the law in Kentucky to carry which one of these items in your pocket? Pizza, an ice cream cone, a $100 bill, or a cell phone? All good things to have in your pocket, but which one is against the law in Kentucky? All right, that's the end of round one. We're going to get into the answers. So each slide will give you the answer. You can mark it down on your sheet if you got it correctly. And then you can tally up those scores for the round right underneath on the template where it says round one, the total at round one at the bottom of that section. And here we go with the answers. All right, the answer to number 1. What is the most popular toothbrush color? It is blue. Blue is the most popular toothbrush color according to Weird But True National Geographic. What color is your toothbrush? Mine's white. Not too exciting. All right, next answer. The character of Scooby-Doo is a Great Dane, but originally he was supposed to be a sheepdog. Did you guys get that one right? The answer is A, a sheepdog. Our next question, which dinosaur is the biggest meat eater that ever lived? It is the Spinosaurus. I know that some of those other dinosaurs are pretty big too, but the Spinosaurus is the biggest meat eater. I do believe there are some plant eaters that are bigger than the Spinosaurus, or were bigger than the Spinosaurus, but the biggest meat eater is the Spinosaurus. The man in China who holds the record for the longest hair has hair that is 18.5 feet long. It's a lot of hair. 12 inches is not that long of hair. 100 feet would be very, very, very long. The answer is D, 18.5 feet. It is against the law in Kentucky to carry which one of these items in your pocket? You can't carry an ice cream cone in your pocket in Kentucky. The answer is B, an ice cream cone. That was an interesting one. Did you guys get that one right? All right, guys, we're on to round two. Round two will work just the same as round one. Remember, there are 3 rounds total, so this is the second round of 3, and we will get 30 seconds for each question, just like in round one. Make sure you keep track of which ones you get right once we go over the answers, and we are going to get started very shortly with our first question in round 2. First question of round 2. The longest game of Monopoly lasted how long? A, 70 days. B, 25 minutes. C, 5 years. Or D, 5 hours. All right, next question. Play-Doh. What was Play-Doh originally used for? A, to clean wallpaper. B, for children to play with. C, to hold up posters on a wall. Or D, to put in front of doors to keep them open. Which one do you think it is? A, B, C, or D? Next question, what was the first video game played in space? Was it A, Super Mario Brothers, B, Tetris, C, Among Us, or D, NBA 2K12? Next question. 1/3 of the pizzas sold in the US, according to Weird But True, have this topping. What topping is on 1/3 of the pizzas sold in the US? A, olives. B, anchovies. C, pineapple. Or D, pepperoni. Next question, how long can a shark survive without eating? A, 10 years. B, 1 day. C, 6 weeks. Or D, 1 year. All right, guys, that's the end of round 2. We're going to get to the answers. Remember, there were 5 questions in round 2, so we will go over the answers of those 5 questions that we just answered in round 2. Make sure to keep track on your template on that paper if you did use that download. Otherwise, you're following along in a different way to find out how many you got right. Question 1 in round 2, the longest game of Monopoly lasted how long? The answer is A, 70 days. If you've had a game longer than 70 days, report it to Weird But True, because according to them, it was 70 days for the longest game of Monopoly, which is a pretty long time to be playing one game. Question 2 in round 2, what was Play-Doh originally used for? It was originally developed to clean wallpaper. The answer is A, to clean wallpaper. Eventually, as we know, the use got changed and it started to be used for children to play with and build things out of. You've probably used Play-Doh at school or at home, but originally it was to clean wallpaper. Next question, what was the first video game played in space? The answer is B, Tetris, also known as Miss Laura's favorite video game, though I have not played it in space, only here on Earth. Coming up on the next question. 1/3 of the pizzas sold in the US have this topping. D, pepperoni, also Miss Laura's favorite pizza topping. I'm seeing a theme with these questions. 1/3 of the pizzas sold in the US have pepperoni as one of the toppings. Did anyone put anchovies? I don't know a lot of people who like anchovies on their pizzas, but it is possible. And how long can a shark survive without eating anything? A shark can survive for 6 whole weeks without eating. That is quite some feat. All right, guys, it is round 3. This is the last round for our trivia today. Once again, there will be 5 questions just like before. Keep track of your answers and your guesses. If you don't know the answer, take a guess, and then we will check them with the answers following the round. We're coming up on the first question of round 3. Like I said, 30 seconds for each question. First question starting now. It is: the world's shortest dog as of the year 2018 is how tall? How tall is the world's shortest dog? A, 6.5 inches. B, 2 feet tall. C, 5 feet. Or D, 3.8 inches. Next question. How old was hip-hop star Jay-Z's daughter when he featured her on the song Glory? So how old was Jay-Z's daughter when he put her on one of his songs? A, 2 years. B, 2 weeks. C, 2 months. Or D, 2 days. Next question in round 3. About what percentage of the population is left-handed? 10%, 100%, 50%, or 25%? What percent of people use their left hand and are left-handed? Next up, how many baseballs are used in one Major League Baseball game? A, just one. B, more than 100. C, 10. Or D, 98. Our next question, another dog question. What is the world's smallest dog breed? A golden retriever, a dachshund, a pug, or a chihuahua? That's A, B, C, D, golden retriever, dachshund, pug, or chihuahua. All right, here are the answers for the last round, round 3. It'll be the same as our previous rounds, 30 seconds on each slide, getting the answers for the questions we just asked. Write down which ones you get correct so you can keep track. And then after round 3, we'll be done with our game and you can add up your scores to see who the winner is. All right, question 1 of round 3. The world's shortest dog as of 2018 is how tall? That dog is D, 3.8 inches tall. That's a tiny dog. Next up, how old was hip-hop star Jay-Z's daughter when he featured her on the song Glory? His daughter was 2 days old. The answer is D, 2 days old. He used her first heartbeat, or one of her first heartbeats, and also her cries. A couple of her cries are on the song as well. About what percentage of the population is left-handed? A, only 10% of the population is left-handed. It's not very many people. How many baseballs are used in one Major League Baseball game? The answer to that is B. More than 100 baseballs are used in one Major League Baseball game. What is the world's smallest dog breed? The answer is D, Chihuahua. I think that 3.8-inch dog was in fact a Chihuahua. And that is the end of our trivia program today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned a lot of new things from the Ripley's Believe It or Not or the Weird But True books that I used today for this trivia. Please visit the library and don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. I will see you next time. I'm Miss Laura. Have a nice day.